Hello all. Today we shall begin reading chapter 5, which is Changing India, from Sudha Murthy's book named The Day I Stopped Drinking Milk. It was 25th April 1979, the first time I went to the USA. My destination was Boston. It was the beginning of summer when I landed at Logan Airport. The days were long now, so there was still light outside, though it was late in the day. I saw that there was still some snow left on the ground, the last vestiges of a long winter. I was last in the immigration queue. I had had a stopover in Paris, and the waiting period for the connecting flight had been long, because India was not a frequently travelled to country. So I was tired after the 30-hour journey. When my turn came, the stern-faced immigration officer asked me for my passport and started questioning me. "Lady, why have you come to the United States?" I handed my passport over to the officer and said, "My husband is working for Data General Computer Company and his duration of stay here is 8 months. He has already been in Boston for a month and I want to join him. That's why I have come here. How long do you want to stay?" "A maximum of 6 months. Are you working in India? If yes, show me your leave certificate and salary slip." Expecting these questions, I had brought those certificates with me and I showed them to him. "How long will you stay in Boston?" "I will be here for a few months. My brother is in Berkeley and I want to visit him after that." "Show me your return ticket and how much money you have brought from your country." "I have $500. I showed him the ticket and the money. He looked at me with disbelief, stamped my visa for 3 months and gave my passport back to me. Then he looked at me and said, 'What is that? What are you wearing?' "I am wearing an Indian traditional sari. It is our national dress." You are from India. Where is this country? Is it near Japan or in Africa?" "No, it is a part of Asia. How do you know English?" "In India, we have many languages. Along with our national language, we also learn English at school." His shift was about to end and another officer joined him and asked me, "What are you wearing on your forehead?" "This is known as bindi or kumkum. Most Indian women wear it." "Is that a caste mark?" he said. His friend said, "Oh, I remember learning about India in a documentary. It said that people in our country burn widows. Also, there are only 2 classes of people there, Maharajas and beggars. You play with snakes and cows are allowed to wander on the highways. Is that true?" I was taken aback by his rude remarks. Burning widows was stopped several hundred years ago. It is not true that every widow in every state was burned anyway. There are no Maharajas left in India. It is a democratic country. In India, you see snakes only in the zoos or in the forests, just like in any other Asian country. Also, cows wander in villages on the road, but not on the highways," I explained patiently. "Do you own an elephant?" I laughed and said, "It is not easy to own an elephant, but I have seen many." "That's enough. You can go now." I thanked them and went to the customs counter. In those days, customs was very tough on visitors. A custom officer asked me, "What did you bring from India?" "Oh, there are very few Indian stores here and we don't have a car. Hence, I have brought some masalas from home." The customs officer treated me like I was carrying diseases instead of masalas. He used a stick and asked me to point out and identify the masalas. When I came out of there, I felt very dejected. I have always been proud of my country because of our history and 5,000 years of civilization. Even today, we continue the practices of the Indus Valley civilization, but other contemporary civilizations of that time have disappeared from the face of the earth. Our contribution to science in the olden days was outstanding, and we were very good in astrophysics. We created music and dance forms and wrote books on them. We also generated enormous volumes of literature in the form of poetry, prose, and dramas. Our civilization has stored 2,000-year-old inscriptions that indicate that we knew writing. Our monumental temples show the zenith of architecture, but for an outsider, we are nothing but a poverty